I remember there was a time that I was sleeping in the back seat and my husband was sleeping in the front seat. He wasn't my husband at the time, but he was in like the driver's seat and we were sleeping at a hotel like in there. It was like two hotels and then there was a strip of land that was between both of them. And so it wasn't really like the hotel's property, or at least we thought it wasn't. And I was sleeping and I heard a knock. And I'm like, I'm sleeping in a car. Who knocking? We don't have, like, there's no one that should be knocking on the window. So it literally was. And then I looked and there was a man and a lady. And then, like, towards the trunk, it was a little boy. And this man knocked on the window. And as soon as he knocked, he was like, and my eyes went, I was like this. It was like, and I said, and he said, "Oh," he said a bad word, but I was like looking at him, and I was like, "Babe." I don't know why I talk like that. Apparently in my stories, but I do. But I was like, "Babe," and then he was like, "Huh?" And then I was like, and this guy, he was like, have you seen my daughter?" And I'm like, "Excuse me, sir. What are you talking about?" Cuz it's like 4 in the morning. Like I'm trying to sleep, and for me, it's very hard to sleep. And then when I'm sleeping, it's hard to stay awake. So don't wake me up. I was upset cuz it's like way early in the morning and we had to stay up early or leave a spot to go sleep at this place and you knocking on the window at my peak hours of sleep, and it's still a little bit dark. So if, as well as if you sleeping in a car, I woke up when the sun came up because the sun is bright and it flashed me in my face because there's no blocking the sun out. So this man knocks on the window at like 3 in the morning, talking about where's my daughter at, and I'm like, and then he sees me in the back. I don't know why this is, but sometimes, especially during that time, people thought I was a child, and I don't know why. People thought my husband was like, I don't know who they thought he was. I don't know if they thought he was dating a minor. Either people thought I was a dude or they thought I was a child. Or they thought I was a lesbian and that we was just friends. I don't know why, but they did. Um and at the time, least of all, they thought we were together. Anyway, so I was he's like, we're talking, like they're coming at us like being very aggressive, like, where's my daughter, where's my kid? They knocking on the trunk, telling me they got a trunk. And then the lady was like, "Oh, there's a girl in the back seat." And I'm like, first of all, why would I be sleeping in the back if he kidnapped me and it's nighttime? Like, why would I be like so peacefully just in here if I was like a kidnapped person and I was your child? And then, like, it was just too many questions for me about why they thought we that I was their child. We didn't even look alike. Like, it just didn't make practical sense. And they're just, why, who's that? Why y'all here? And I'm like, this is just random people. I don't know y'all and y'all don't know us. And the child was scared. So I'm like, we're not doing this, sir. And he started getting aggressive, like hitting the car, and he was just yelling, and my husband's like, you need to stop. Like, well, he wasn't my husband at that time, but like, he was like, I think we fiancés. I don't know. I think so. But he he was like, yeah, you need to stop touching my car. And I was just looking at him because I'm like, do we have to fight people? Like, it's 3 in the morning. I'm tired. I want to go back to sleep. I have work because I worked and he was working too. But eventually, they walked away and then I was like, I'm going to call the police because I don't know what that is and I don't know what's happening. And apparently, something had happened where their kid was kidnapped or something. They thought we was They thought I was her, even though it was a grown woman and it was not me. But that's just one of the stories where apparently I freaked out a guy because I opened my eyes when he knocked and he got scared. But that's why you don't know other people's perspectives, and you also need to mind your business. For all of us, honestly, because they could have got hurt, we could have got hurt, the police got called, and they had to tell him to chill out. And that was probably the only time where I felt like the police was like on our side, because a lot of times they just harassed us. Like, I got trespassed so many times for just being in vicinity of places, and it was ridiculous. But yeah, I was told that I should tell that story. So there's our story. Have a good day.